Hello guys, my name is Kadiri. Welcome to my YouTube channel. On this video, I'm going to show you the basic Excel formulas that you should know. So before we get started, I'm sure you know that all your basic mathematical operations work on Excel. That is the plus sign for addition, the minus sign for subtraction, while for multiplication we have the asterisk sign, and for division we have the forward slash. So as you can see right here on Excel, I have a list of data that I'm going to be working with. So let's say for instance, I want to add some of the data right here. So all I need to do is to press my equals sign. So one thing you should notice is that all formulas on Excel starts with the equals sign. So after typing in the equals sign, I'm going to navigate to the cell that I want to add. So you can do that with your mouse by selecting the cell, or you can use the arrow keys or your keyboard to navigate to cells. So when the cell you want to add is highlighted, all you need to do is to type in the mathematical operation you want to use. So in this case, I want to add. So I'm going to type in the plus sign. So after typing in the mathematical operation you want to use, you can go ahead and select the next cell you want to add. So once again, you can do that with your mouse, or you can use the arrow keys on your keyboard to do that. So once the cell is highlighted, you can type in the next mathematical operation you want. And when you are done selecting all the cells that you want to add up, you can click on enter on your keyboard, and there you have your answer. You should also know that you can use different mathematical operations. Let's say for instance, I want to add some cells and also subtract some cells. So I can simply, type in my equals to, and then I'm going to navigate to the cell I want to add, and then I'm going to type in the plus sign, and then I'm going to select the next cell again, and I'm going to press minus, and then I'm going to select the cell that I want to minus. So let's say this one right here. So when I'm done, I'm going to click on enter on my keyboard. So there you have your answer. So another thing you should know is that these cells are dynamic. So whatever changes you make to the cells that you add up to get your answer, the changes will apply to the answer. So let's say for instance, I'm going to remove 9,000 from this. So let me change this from 19,000 to 10,000. And I click on enter. You see that my answer changed. So that's it. So let's get rid of this one for now. So what if you have a lot of data on your page that you need to add up, using this equal sign and then selecting the cells one after the other is going to be hectic for you. So there's a function on Microsoft Excel that will help you add up multiple cells in a matter of seconds. So to do that, I'm going to type in my equals to, and then I'm going to type in sum, and then I'm going to open brackets. So right after putting the brackets, you are going to select the range of cells you want to add up. So in this case, I want to add up all the cells right here. So all I need to do is to highlight them. So after highlighting my range of cells, I'm going to press enter on my keyboard. So right there, I have my answer. You can also do this by selecting your cell, and then you are going to go over to your home ribbon. Under your home ribbon, you have the auto sum button right there. So when you click on the auto sum button, you are going to see that your range is going to be automatically selected. So I'm going to press enter on my keyboard, and there again, I have my answers. You can also repeat the same action by going over to your formulas ribbon, and then you click on the auto sum button. There you also have your auto sum. So when you click on it, you are going to get the same result. Alternatively, you can use the keyboard shortcuts alternate and equals. So once again, your range will be selected, and then you go ahead and hit on enter on your keyboard, and then you get the same answer. So the next function I'm going to show you is the average function. So to calculate the average of this data right here, you can go over to the cell, and then you are going to type in equals to average, brackets open, and then you can go ahead and highlight the range of cells you want. So after highlighting the range of cells you want to calculate the average, you can hit on enter on your keyboard, and there you have your average. You can also do that by going over to your home ribbon, click on the auto sum button, and there you have your average function. So when you hit on it, the range of cells is going to be selected. So right now you can see it has selected the cells that I don't want. So I'm going to simply hold my shift key on my keyboard, and then I'm going to drag it up. So those are the cells I want. So after selecting the range, I'm going to press enter on my keyboard. Or you can go ahead to the formulas ribbon, click on the auto sum button. There you have your range. So before we go further, please support my channel by subscribing to the channel, and also turn on post notifications so you get notified when I post a new video. Thank you. So the next function I'm going to show you is the count numbers function. What the count numbers function does is that it counts the number of cells that have numbers in them. So let's say I want the number of cells right here that have numbers in them. So what I can do, I'm going to clear this now, and then I'm going to type in equals count, brackets open, and then I'm going to select the range of cells, So after selecting the range of cells, I'm going to hit on enter on my keyboard. So as you can see right there, it has given my answers. I have 5 cells right there that has numbers in them. So that is how to count cells that has numbers in them. This function does not work with cells that has letters in them. So what if I want to count cells that has letters in them? So what I can do is to type in the following function equals count A. So this function does not actually count cells that have letters in them. It counts cells that are not empty. That is, it doesn't matter if the cell contains letters or figures, it is going to count it. As long as the cell is not empty, it's going to count it. So after typing in equals count A, you are going to open your brackets. So after opening your brackets, you are going to select the range of cells. So after selecting the range of cells, you're going to hit on enter on your keyboard. And there you have your answers as 5. So if I empty any of the cells right here, I clear content, you see that the number of cells drops. So same thing applies to this one right there, the count numbers function. So if I empty this cell right here, you see that the number of cells right here drops. So if I replace that number with some letters and I click on enter, you see that it won't make any changes. Why? Because these are letters and not number. And remember, we use the count number function right here. So if I go back to this one, I use the count A function and I type in numbers right there, you see that it's going to add up. So I'm going to undo all this. So the next function I'm going to show you is the max function. So what the max function does is that it gives you the highest number in a range of cell. So this is what I mean. Equals max, brackets open, and then I'm going to select the range of cells right here. So after selecting the range, I'm going to click on enter. So right here, as you can see, it gave me the cell with the highest number right there. So if you look at these cells right here, the highest amount there is 3,000, it's 325,000. So that is what the max function does. So the minimum function, which I'm going to show you right now, does the opposite. So if I type in equals min, brackets open, and then I select my range of cells, and I click on and I press enter on my keyboard, you see it's going to give me 2,000, which is the smallest amount right there. So max gives me the highest amount, while minimum gives the smallest amount. So all these functions are under the auto sum button on your home ribbon. So there you have them. You can also find them under the formulas ribbon, where you also have the auto sum button. Or you can use the different formulas to access them. So one more thing I'm going to show you before I end this video. So as you can see under my data, I have 2 sets of positions. That is the subscriber and then the creators. So what if I want, let's say for instance, the total average of only the creators right here. So what I can do is to go over to my cell and then I'm going to type in equals average. So when you type in average, you see other average related functions. So when any of the function is highlighted, you see the information about the function right there. So this one is to calculate the average of set of numbers. So what we are looking for right here is the average if. So the average if, it says it's used to calculate cells specified by a given condition or criteria. So in this case, my criteria or condition is the creator. So if you look closely, under the average if, we have the average if sets. Average if and average if s are similar. The difference is that average if calculates just one criteria, while the average if s, you can insert multiple criteria. So we are going to use the average if s for you to get a better understanding. So after selecting your function, you see an information under the function giving you an expo, an idea of what you need to type in next. So right here, I need the average range, I need the criteria, and I need the criteria range. So if you are new to Excel, these are all new to you and you will not be able to comprehend what they are trying to say. So what you can do is to go over to your formula bar. So next to your formula bar, we have the insert function button. So when you hit on the insert function button, you're going to get this dialog box. So with this dialog box, you get an idea of what you need to input on the formula. So when you click on the field, at the bottom right here, it gives you information of what you need right here. So right here, the average range are the actual cells to be used to find the average. So in this case, my average range are these cells right here. And then up next, you have the criteria range. So at the bottom right here, it says the criteria range is the range of cells you want to evaluate for the particular condition. So these are my criteria range right here. And then the last one there is the criteria. So like I said, I want to calculate the average of all my creators. So the word creator right there is my criteria. So I'm going to type in the creator right there. So next you have the criteria range 2. Now this is when you have another set of criteria you want to evaluate. So in my case, I only have one, which is the creator. So I'm okay. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the OK button right here. So when I do that, you see right there, I have my answer on the total average of my creators. So that's it, guys. So those are the basic formulas in Microsoft Excel that you should know. So if you find this video helpful, be sure to give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also turn on post notifications so you get notified when I post a new video. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next one.